Oh,
Try to talk now.
me?
Yes.
Okay, I'm talking
I think
now.
I just fixed a setting.
Can you guys hear me now?
I'm so sorry. I don't think we had any of what you just said. And that was my fault. And I have since fixed it.
Okay, we'll start over.
Rewind.
Rewind. Okay.
Okay.
Welcome everybody to our live paint along tonight. We are painting ink and wash pumpkins for Patricia, okay, for our Let's Make Art Matter. I'm going to go over the supplies so you guys can get set up, and then we'll run through announcements, and then we'll get into painting, okay? Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can
Okay,
hear
great.
you. It's working.
Great. So the colors that I'm using are Q Gold, Q Coral, Phthalo Blue, and Lamp Black. But really what we're looking for is like orange, brown, and green, which is funny because I literally named every color except for those colors, but we'll be mixing, so it's okay. I also have a micron pen, a round 6, and a liner. Okay. I have a 4x6 watercolor postcard. I also have a pumpkin cake,
Oh, we've been eating it.
which is so good.
I want you guys to know I got a slice. Sarah got the cake.
Okay, well, the true story is that I thought I bought some like really cute ghost plates to put our little pumpkin cake on for while we paint, and I couldn't find them when I got here to the studio. And so I just went, oh no, I guess I'll have to keep the whole cake plate right next to me. I'm not mad about it. All right. And so while you're getting your supplies, the announcements that I want to go over. Number 1, last call for October projects, okay? And for our October projects, this is probably one of my favorite months that we've done. The projects have been so fun, and you guys have been like doing such an amazing job painting them. We have this moody spooky forest. We have friggin' bats.
Friggin' bats.
Friggin' I love Halloween. And then we have our cat in the jack.
Love
And then if you're really on top of your stuff, you probably would have noticed that we added an extra little bonus on top of the pumpkin recipe. Is I got a lot of love for this raven. So I did a journal sized outline and a process video that's now in your, account if you purchased October. So you'll get all of that stuff plus the pumpkin cake recipe. And so you have until this Friday to get these projects. Once you purchase the projects, they're always in your account. They don't go away. Okay. So even if you can't paint them right now, but you would like to, you have until the 31st. Okay.
All right.
And then, we have the November reveal happening at the end of our live paint along. So look forward to that.
Sounds great.
I think that's pretty much all the announcements we have. We did the Monet projects reveal. It's on YouTube if you want to see the projects that we will be painting for our Monet digital course. We also have released a supply list, and those videos are going to launch Black Friday, which I believe is November 28th. Okay?
Okay.
So you guys have time to kind of practice. You guys have time to take a look, gather your stuff, and be prepared for that because that is going to be a real good time.
I have important news. All of our friends from Maine are saying hello.
Our Maine friends, hello. Oh my gosh. Yes, I see them. Carla, Andrea, Wendy. Look at you guys.
Sarah and I went to Maine, and let me just go ahead and tell you, it's exactly what you think it's like. Maine in the fall is exactly as beautiful as you think it is. It is unbelievable.
It's a dream.
Yeah.
It's a dream so much that I love Missouri in the fall,
Yeah,
but I've
Missouri's-
come back and I'm like, why is everything gray?
Ew.
That's how vibrant Maine is. It just blows your mind. It was so fun, and it was really fun to reconnect with some art friends, and it was a great time. I'm so glad we were able to go. Okay. Yes, Michael.
Can we do the oath too?
Oh, yes, we do need to do the oath. Let's start with our oath.
Okay.
I'm going to need you to raise your right hand and then grab your fork and then take a bite of your pumpkin cake.
Okay. The frosting. Oh my gosh. Okay.
It's so good, you guys. I hope that you guys also made this cake and tried it because
It's worth it.
it's so good. And I had a few people message me that are like, thank you so much for sharing this recipe. I've already made it 3 times. And I'm like, this is why we're friends.
Yep.
Oh, it's so good. Okay. Now let's actually do the oath. So if you
Okay.
can raise your right hand
Okay.
and grab your fork. No, I'm just kidding.
We just eat all
We
night.
just eat. It's just that over and over again. Okay, repeat after me. I promise to be kind to myself.
I promise to be kind to myself.
I promise not to compare my work.
I promise not to compare my work.
And I promise to have fun.
I promise to have fun.
Thank you so much. Okay. Now, before we dive into the postcard painting, I want to go over just some basic ways that you guys can paint a pumpkin. I want this to be very low key. We're going for more loose and illustrative, and I don't want you to stress about it. So I have a scratch piece of paper here, and I just kind of wanted to show you how I approach painting pumpkins. Now, the really cool thing about pumpkins is they're like really wonky and also so many different shapes and colors, like truly so many different shapes and colors. So, I'm going to show you a couple different ways of how you can paint them. And just know that, like, honestly, the wonkier your pumpkin gets, the better, because that just gives it a little bit more personality, you know? A little bit more like jazz hands. So what I like to do when I'm painting pumpkins is you want to think about the overall shape. And whenever you're unsure about how to approach painting or drawing something new, you just break it down into its most basic shape. Okay.
Okay.
So the overall shape that we're going for here is like a circle, but it can be like an oval tall wise or an oval long wise, but basically it's like a circle, right?
Okay.
And then if I want to have my stem kind of be part of the pumpkin, I need to keep that in mind. So I will do a smaller circle here, and this is how I know where my stem is going to be. Okay. Now, when you think about a pumpkin, you can either have it to where we're looking at it from the side, so the stem is just on the top and we're not seeing it, or you can do it to where we're starting to see the back end of the pumpkin, right? It just depends on the angle at which you're viewing it. So if you want to do a pumpkin where we see kind of the other side, you would move your stem where it's coming from down off the top of that circle, okay?
Okay.
Once you have that basic shape, then from there, it's just gonna kind of go out. And you're just gonna follow this, and then it just kind of bumps in the back. And there's your stem. Okay?
Piece of cake. Piece of pumpkin cake.
Piece of crumb cake, piece of crumb pumpkin cake. Is that what you just said?
Uh-huh.
Okay. So that's the basic shape that we're following. And then if you wanted to do it where your stem is kind of on its side, and I will also be painting this. So I'm just doing this with a pencil so you can see, and then I'll show you how to paint it. But it's going to be that same thing where you kind of just do like another oval, and then it's like crescent, 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 crescent. Okay? Now, this is where it can be really fun because you can play with different shapes. So if I were to keep those little drawings in mind and try it with a paintbrush, instead of doing like a circle and then this and going for it that way, I'm basically just going to visualize this in my mind and say, okay, so I'm going to start with an oval here. This is the front of my pumpkin. And then I'll do a crescent, crescent going the other way, an even thinner one, even thinner one, and then a little back, just like that. And now I have a pumpkin.
That worked out nicely.
Yeah.
It's very beautiful.
Thank you. And this is where you can really appreciate the wonkiness of pumpkins, right? Because also, have you seen those pumpkins that are like blue colored? Because they're so beautiful. So if you wanted to do like neutral pumpkins or blue pumpkins, that's really gorgeous. I've seen some bright red pumpkins and some like, you know, there's so many different colors that you can get in there, and that's why I wanted us to mix orange, because then we can have a pumpkin that's leaning more yellow and one that's leaning more red, like giving it different personalities.
The colors are fun. I really like the diseased warty pumpkins.
Okay, me too, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, they're really cool.
All right.
And so if you have a little bit of like bumps on your pumpkin, like we've seen those warty pumpkins. Okay. So then this is my basic shape, but you can also think about, I've seen pumpkins that are nice and tall, right? So it'd be the same thing, it just elongated. So it'd be a nice long oval, and then crescent, 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 little doot for the back. And there I have a nice long pumpkin. Now, if you want to do a pumpkin that's more dimensional, I definitely have a couple tutorials already on YouTube for how to approach the values, so then you can get that bumpy texture. I will also say that I've seen pumpkins that, even though they should have these like dense. They really don't. They're kind of more just like smooth. So you can literally just do an orange oval and people will be like, oh, a pumpkin. And you go, yeah,
Duh.
I did it.
Yeah.
I painted a pumpkin. So with that in mind, I'm going to approach our postcard. Now, I will also say that if you're nervous about doing like the ink and wash element, you can practice doing the drawing part on your scratch piece of paper before we start. And it's essentially going to be the same thing where, is this dry enough? Yeah. I'm just going to kind of do an oval. Now, I just want to say that when it comes to the oval, I'm going to kind of flatten the edges so it's not perfectly round. And then it's just going to bump, bump, bump. And it's okay if your line gets wobbly because pumpkins sometimes have like a little bit of a curve. And then a little bump. There you go. And then we'll paint in our stem. But if you want to practice kind of doing those shapes, please feel free to. And don't be afraid of a little wonk, okay?
I'm going to pin Hadley's comment of the colors and stuff onto the screen so people can see it.
Okay, perfect. Like, look, that's wonky, but that's still cool. You know what I mean? Like, it gives it va-va-voom.
If you need to know, you could just pause it right here. I'm going to take it off so we can see paintings again. But there's all the stuff.
Okay, Jackie asked me where the recipe for the cake is. If you purchase the October digital projects, that's the bonus that I put in there, is the recipe.
Yeah.
It's so good. I'm going to have another bite. But it'll be small so you don't have to hear me chew. Okay. Now, well, I'll have that underneath. So now I'm going to have my postcards ready to go. This is what we're doing here. And there, I just want to make sure you guys can see that.
I can zoom out a bit too. There we go.
That's perfect. If you want to kind of sketch your pumpkins beforehand, you're welcome to, but I'm just going to dive right in. My goal is to do 3 pumpkins. What I want to make sure is that they're not too high on the paper, so I'm just going to kind of visualize where they're going to go. I will put a little bit of shadow in there as well. So essentially we will be doing step 1, our pumpkins, step 2, our stems, and step 3, shadows, step 4, ink and wash. Okay?
Lori said the most relatable sentence I've ever read in my life.
What?
I'm stuck at work and now I want cake.
Okay, for real, eat this cake. It's so good. All right. So for my first pumpkin, I'm just going to think about the little warm up that we did here, that little sketch. So I'm going to start with an oval. And it's okay if your oval gets a little bit wonky. Notice that my pumpkin, it's more towards the bottom. So I'm about an inch off of the bottom, I would say, of this postcard. And then I'm just going to take my brush, oval, or I'm sorry, crescent, 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 and then just like a little touch to show that there's a back part there. That's it. And if you want to, like, of course, it's so fun to like drop in like hints of red or maybe hints of yellow and just let it bleed, but you don't have to. It's totally up to you. Okay. So there's one pumpkin. And then I'm going to do another pumpkin. And for the point of like variation and being playful, I'm going to add a bit more Q gold into this mixture. And I'm going to make this one taller.
Carla and Mary love your palette. Your ghost
My
palette.
ghost palette. Okay, my ghost palette is actually a candy dish from Dollar General.
No way.
Yes, this was like $4.
That's a great find.
And I was just like, I could totally put paint in here.
It's pretty cute.
They honestly, if you have a Dollar General by you, I bet you it's in their Halloween clearance section. Okay, so I did my oval for my tall pumpkin, and now I'm going to do a crescent, crescent, and an even thinner one, and then like a boop, boop, boop in the back. Okay, and if they touch each other and bleed into each other, that's fine. More power to you, pumpkin. There's nothing wrong with that. And then I'm going to do a third one over here. And I'm going to mix more red again for like, for variation, for fun, for funsies. And I'm going to like really let myself go wonky with this. Okay. So there's let's make this one wider, but I'm going to have it be behind this
Mm.
main one. So then I'll do the crescent, but I'm going to stop. So then it's behind this first one. And then I'll do another one here.
Did we do pumpkin pasta
Last year,
last
the
year?
recipe was the pumpkin pasta, which we actually just made
Oh my
and
God.
had on Sunday.
And we just had focaccia. We've done we had that whole meal.
Yeah, it was so good.
That pumpkin
Okay,
pasta is too good.
there's my cute little pumpkin.
Love it. Love them.
Okay, that's it. Those are our pumpkins. Now let's do our stems. So to mix brown, I'm just going to mix orange with lamp black. I have orange here from my cute coral and cute gold mixture. Natalie here is trying to get at my cake.
Oh no, Natalie's here.
Natalie just showed her face.
Just
Natalie,
got serious.
you're not welcome here. Don't you land on my pumpkin cake. Okay. So I'm mixing orange with lamp black to get brown. And then when you do the stem, let it be like a little gnarled. Like let it be a little bit, like you can even test if you want to test it a little bit right here. I like to use the tip of my brush. So it's going to be thick at the bottom. And then it's just like, what if it just kind of like curls off? Like don't be afraid of like a little wonky stem is all I'm saying.
You can even do like a pigtail, like kind of a curly Q. That'd be cute.
Oh, I am going to do some curly cues.
Okay.
Don't you even worry about it.
She's very aggressive right now.
Don't tell me how to paint. No, I'm just kidding.
Hi, Marcy Clark. Welcome.
Marcy, it's so nice to see you. Okay, stem, let it go off, be a little bit wonky. We're gonna do another stem. And let's do another one. That's it.
Perfect.
And then for the cute little curly cues, this is where my liner comes in. And I'm gonna mix phthalo blue with my gold to get a little bit of a green because I'm trying to think of like the vines in which they come off. So off of my stem, I'm just going to do a little like doo-doo-doo. And here's a little guy, boop, boop, boop. Boop. And another little curly cue. Aren't they so cute?
Love it.
Can you even deal? All right. Now, for our shadows here, I just want to use like a neutral color, and I like it when my shadows lean, well, I was going to say blue, but like not always. They don't have to be.
Yeah. Don't box yourself in like
Don't
that.
box yourself in like that. You can just add water to the brown that you've already mixed and do kind of like a tan shadow, or maybe you want to grab a tiny bit of like phthalo blue and mix that in with the lamp black because that will give you kind of like a gray color. That's what I'm going to go for. I'm going to use that color. But it's looking sickly, which I'm okay with. If you did like a bright blue, that would actually be really pretty because the blue and orange are complementary colors and that would play off of each other. But I'm just going to do kind of this gray neutral, go underneath the pumpkins. I'm just swishing my brush side to side. Boop, boop, boop. Just some dry brush, nothing too crazy. That's it.
Perfect.
Now, we're going to make sure this is dried and add the ink and wash. Now, I will say that adding the ink lines is completely a stylistic choice, and I did a card here without it so you can see what it looks like.
Oh.
If you want to do that overhead, Michael. So if you don't like the ink lines, you don't have to add them, okay? It's up to you completely. No judgment.
I think they're cute.
I think they're cute too.
I would do them.
Okay, now I'm going to take my Micron pen. Marcy says they accidentally grew pumpkins in their backyard once and they took over everything and it was like a crazy horror movie. Like, oh no, the pumpkins.
They're getting huge.
Okay, so then just kind of following. And the fun thing about like ink and wash is you don't have to follow the paint edge. It's not like you're outlining. Instead, I think it gives it a little bit of fun character if you choose to go outside and inside of the watercolor lines.
Our daughter Luna has texted me 12 times saying, Mom, Dad, say hi to me. Mom, Dad. Hi, Luna.
Luna. Hi, Luna. Thanks for watching. Okay. So there's my little first pumpkin. And if you want to outline the stem, you can. I'm not going to outline the little curly Q because it's just so cute. I don't think it needs it. And we'll just keep on going. This one kind of looks like a bell pepper.
It kind of does, but
That's
you know
okay.
what? It's pumpkin pasta. It calls for bell pepper.
It does. Okay. And then I thought it would be cute too if you wanted to turn one of these into like a jack-o'-lantern. You can just draw on a cute little face.
Cute.
Isn't it so fun?
So cute.
And then this is up to you, but I did a little bit of hash marks. Hash marks are basically where you do diagonal lines going one way and then diagonal lines going the opposite way. And that creates like a sense of value. It's a drawing technique that some people like to do. So basically I'm just doing lines going to the right and then I'll do lines going to the left. And that just creates a hint of a shadow. And like, it's just cute. But you, again, this is all optional. If you are not a hash mark type of person where you don't like that look, well, don't put it in. It's not a big deal. Now, who we're sending postcards for this month is Patricia. So Patricia is fairly new to watercolor. It's a new hobby for her that she kind of stumbled into by accident and really just fell in love. But she has been experiencing some health issues and autoimmune disease that's making it difficult for her to be able to paint. She tore her Achilles heel. She couldn't go to her painting area. And basically, she's just having to do this like huge life shift where before she was really, really active and was able to go and do a lot of different things. But because of the health problems that she's experiencing, she's no longer able to do that. And is really just trying to get used to this new life without being able to do the things that she was able to do, which has been frustrating for her. And then on top of that, because of some of the injuries that she has, she's not even able to paint. And so we just wanted to send her a little art hug to say that like you're not alone and we're thinking about you and we're with you through this, and just kind of this like welcome card and this like we got you card to know that you're not alone, Patricia, and we're thinking about you. So that's who we are sending cards to. Now, if you need the address, you can email us at hello@letsmakeart.com, and we're happy to share the mailing address with you. If you have already purchased the October goods, then that information is already in your digital files. But I just wanted to let her know that we're thinking about her. And she actually already received a couple postcards. And then in the email that we sent out about who our Let's Make Art Matter is, she sent this really lovely email to our team, just expressing her gratitude, which was really touching for us. And it just kind of is a wonderful reminder that this is really why we do what we do. It's just to connect with other people and ourselves. That is really the point of everything. And so I just wanted to say thank you so much to Patricia for reaching out and sharing some of her story with us and expressing her gratitude, because it just is like this perspective shift of like, that's really what it's all about. So thank you. Now, our very last step that we're going to do here, because I like a little bit of splatter and I like a little bit of mess. Let me move my cake.
Yeah, move the cake.
Move
Save
the
the cake.
Save the cake. I'm just going to splatter some orange. So I have my round 6. I picked up some orange and I'm just going to hit my pen on, or my paintbrush on my pen. And there it is.
Super cute.
We're done.
Love it.
I love it so much. So cute. So cute. Okay. That's it for our paint along. If there is someone that you think could benefit from receiving an art hug from our wonderful llama community, we have a nomination form at letsmakeart.com where you kind of nominate someone. And every month for our digital projects that we release, like the October one that I showed you earlier today, we pick a new recipient every single month and we paint a postcard for them. And it's just a reminder for us that art has the power and the ability to connect us to each other. And that's the most important thing that we can do. And sometimes it's really hard because there's a lot of hard things in life. Like there's a lot of pain and grief, and we all experience those things. We really all experience those hard times. And so sometimes a postcard can really feel inadequate. However, I think that what we tend to do is when we know that someone's experiencing a hard time, we're really afraid of saying something wrong. So we end up not saying anything at all. And I think that that is actually worse. And so even though we might not do it perfectly, I think showing up in any way just to let someone know we're thinking about them is what we can do. Like that's it. And it doesn't solve everything, but at least it helps people feel that they're not alone in this. And I think that that's powerful. And so if there's someone you think that would enjoy this, please nominate them. We love doing this every single month. And yeah,
Lovely.
should we do our
Reveal.
reveal?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Oh, my bangs are a little crazy there. Okay. Let me get my projects. Please hold. Please hold.
Oh, Barb's here. Hello, Barb.
Barb.
And by extension, Brian. Hello, Brian.
Okay. So, for our November projects,
Okay.
I want you to envision this. You're in Maine.
All right, I'm there already.
And you're walking through this stunning park, and the sky is blue, and there's some clouds, and there's every color tree around you, and you just stand and look straight up, and you see every single color when it comes to foliage against this gorgeous blue sky. So welcome,
Drum rolls.
fall treetops.
There we go. Oh, yeah. Excellent.
Now, this project is really fun, beginner friendly, not stressful. This is one of those projects where we really just get to have fun, but it still can capture this, like, the really wonderful feeling of fall and the different colors and the different foliage that we would see. Okay?
Okay.
So I love this project. I love how fun it is. I love how versatile it is because you can switch the seasons, you can switch the night, you can switch, well, I mean, like you can switch the time of day. You can change the colors. And this is like a great project if you wanted to explore mixing colors, if you wanted to explore a new color palette, if you wanted to try this new color, but you're not sure how it's going to work with the other colors, this is the project for you. Okay?
Perfect.
All right. So that's project number 1. Project number 2. Imagine the English countryside.
Okay, there. I'm there.
And you are in a little cottage, drinking some tea, maybe painting a picture, eating some cake.
Mm-hmm.
And you look out, and there's this beautiful misty scene and cute little geese walking along a pathway.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
That's where I want to go. We'll talk more about it in the tutorial, but it's just like, this is fall to me. So if you can,
Drum roll. I'm trying to do these one-handed.
Autumn Misty Cottage.
Heck yeah.
So in this project, we're doing like the first half of this project we paint while everything is wet. So it diffuses out and creates this really lovely misty effect that kind of captures like when things, like just that morning mist on a fall day with the fall leaves and the browns, the ivy on this cottage. And it's just like, my dream is to be in this spot right here, painting and drinking tea. And I'm going to do it one day.
Let's do it.
Michael,
All right. I'll
make it happen.
All right.
I'm just kidding. Okay. And our very last project is along this English cottage, along the hedges, you might find a little critter.
Okay.
And this little critter
Drum roll.
is a hedgehog.
Oh my gosh. So cute.
So cute. Okay, when we filmed these, we named our hedgehog, and I can't wait for you guys to meet Puddin'.
This is Puddin'.
So cute. I know that this project seems really intense, but honestly, you guys can do this. Like, it's one of those where if you're just willing to sit through the discomfort of how long this is going to take, it's going to be a good time. But honestly, like, it's such a fun tutorial. It's such a fun project, and you guys can absolutely do hard things. If there's one thing that I have learned in doing this project, the process of doing these kind of more intermediate projects, is so much of it is patience. But this is one where I'm just like, no, like, I know you guys can do this, and it's going to be so fun. We also have done a hedgehog before in 2018, like, gosh, 7 years ago.
The early days.
The early days. So if you do want to kind of warm up and practice that one first, please feel free to. That is on YouTube. But this one is just so darling. And then mixed with the foliage and the autumn colored leaves, it's so cute. Okay?
I love it so much.
And then for the first time, not the first time, but one of the first times, I'm going to share the bonus item with you.
Oh.
Okay?
Okay.
The fourth project
Drum
and the
roll.
bonus item for November is this fall bridge.
Oh.
Now, this is a journal painting, and so I'm going to include a journal size outline as well as an overhead voiceover tutorial on how to paint this. Okay, so this one is super fun. I mean, honestly, the sheer amount of, when I posted this on my Good Morning, the sheer amount of DMs that I got that was like, please, please be in November.
The bridge.
I was like, okay, we can do that. So to recap, we have our fall treetops. We have our autumn misty cottage. We have our hedgehog here.
Puddin'.
And then we have our fall bridge.
Love them.
I love this month so much. It feels so cozy. I love the colors, and it's just a good time. I hope you guys love it as much as I do. It's going to be available on November 1st. So once November 1st is here, you can purchase those projects. You'll have access to all of them, and they're yours forever. You can access them at any time. And basically how it works out financial wise, or like money wise, is we do sell these projects individually when we open up the archive. We will be opening up the archive in November. These projects will not be in the archive. They'll make it on the next one. But basically, if you like more than one project, it's worth it to just buy the bundle. Yeah. I mean, if you want to wait till the archive, that's totally fine too. But I'm just saying it works out to just, if you like more than one, it's worth it. Okay.
We did it.
We did it.
We did it.
Thank you guys so much for being here with me. It has been a really wonderful evening. I loved the reason to make this cake and eat it.
Eat the cake.
And eat the cake. October has truly been a joy seeing your guys' projects. And if you're like, what do you mean seeing your guys' projects? You know, we have a private Facebook group called Let's Make Art Watercolor, where you can share the projects that you're working on. You can ask questions. You can share what you're working on in your own personal watercolor journey. It's a very large group, but it's very supportive and very kind. And so if you're interested to see what people are doing and how they're doing it, please join it. It's really fun to see you guys interact. And I will say that every time I meet someone in person who is a llama, they consistently talk about how supportive this community is. Mm-hmm. And I just want to say that that is because of you. Thank you for showing up for each other. Thank you for being a kind and supportive place where that's proving to be more and more difficult to find, especially online. And so it just warms my heart where I know that we are creating a place that people can be vulnerable, because being creative is very vulnerable. We don't use that type of language, but it's true. And so just the fact that we now have this community that it is okay to share that creative part of ourselves, even if it's new, even if we're not comfortable about it, even if we're not confident about it, we can still do it. And that we encourage each other is just amazing. And so I just wanted to say thank you for that. Again, November projects available November 1st. For the October ones, you have until the 31st. If you need Patricia's address to mail her these darling ink and wash pumpkins, you can email us at hello@letsmakeart.com, or you can look in your October digital files and that address will be in there. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I'll see you next time. Bye.